Jonathan is created as an informational, educational, and entertainment show. Hope with Jonathan hosts, guests, partners provide information on the basis of research and personal experiences, and is not to be taken as or implied as diagnosis of any disease or treatment. Hope with Jonathan, its host and guests and partners, recommend and encourage you to speak to your medical team before implementing any treatment or diagnosis found on this show or any product, service associated to Hope with Jonathan.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hope with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Trailer. Hey guys, listen, I'm a grateful kidney transplant recipient who suffered a near-death experience with kidney failure back in July of 2019. And I'm sitting here right here on this video to share my message of hope with you. And today's video is all about, can exercise help fight COVID? And guys, listen, if you're interested at all about my story, you can definitely go check it out at hopewithjonathan.com, and you can definitely check out what else we got going on. We share stories of hope right here on YouTube, guys. Listen, we've done interviews all the way from England. We've had kidney patients from Wales. We've had kidney patients from Canada. We've had different kidney patients from Ireland. We've had kidney patients from the United States, all over the world and the United States as well. And we've featured many stories of hope. But listen, guys, today's video is all about, can exercise help with fighting COVID? And guys, listen, if you want to know the truth about this, listen, the American Heart Association recommends that we get at least 150 minutes of moderate physical activity weekly. Okay, so 150 minutes of moderate physical activity. That could be either walking, you could be doing chores around the house, you could be doing all kind of different things, even chores around the house such as like vacuuming and things like that. And you can do all kind of different things around the house, whether it just be doing maybe pushing a lawnmower, things like that. So you could do all kind of physical activities that you can find around the house. But I think one of the great forms of exercise is definitely like walking. And I remember when I first started walking, I started doing like 30-minute walks, and I would do maybe get like a half a mile in, and that was like my first. I remember my first start of walking was like half a mile, and I actually thought I was doing something when I got half a mile. And then, slowly but surely, I started to build, strength and endurance, and I was able to get that 1 mile. And I thought, man, I'm really doing something. I'm doing something great. And and then I've eventually just progressed to, where I'm at today. And I've been walking now for around 3 years, and I can walk easily 4 to 5 miles every time that I go for a walk. But it does take time, and it takes time to build strength and endurance during those times. But listen, 150 minutes per week definitely sounds like a lot, but it actually isn't. When you divide this by 7, it's like anywhere between the range of like 20 to 30 minutes daily. And believe it or not, this is weekly, so 150 minutes weekly. So you could easily, get out your calculator and figure out what days that you could spread out your exercise routine and really build some sort of routine and regimen around that, around your own schedule. It's easy, definitely easy. You got time when you're just kind of loafing around, sitting on the couch, or maybe you're just kind of relaxing around, and maybe sometimes that maybe you could utilize for exercise. Like I said, it's not that much time during the day like 20 to 30 minutes of some form of exercise. Now, myself personally, when I go exercise, I'm exercising now for an hour, sometimes even over an hour. But that's myself personally. That's what makes me feel good. That's what my routine calls for. But like I said, guys, listen, 150 minutes per week, so you can easily set yourself up some sort of schedule. So the reasons why that the American Heart Association says this is basically a routine may help protect people who get COVID-19 from becoming seriously ill. And I would say that this has a lot to do with blood circulation. Not only that, but with getting air in the lungs. So whenever you're getting air through the lungs, you're getting blood circulation. I think that is the reason why they want you to try to exercise, because as you know, this virus definitely attacks the respiratory system. Um, so also, this also can affect your heart. This also can affect your kidneys as well. And so we've talked about different aspects of COVID during this series that we're doing. But also, guys, so how can you exercise? How can it make you feel better? How can it make you feel better? So exercise is one of the best ways to release energy, and that builds up from like stress and worry. So definitely when you get like COVID-19, or you're dealing with some sort of form of illness, you get all stressed out, you're worried, you get all anxious, anxiety builds up, and so you get all nervous. So exercise is a great way to relieve this. Exercise is great for not only for physical activity, but it's also great for your mental side of things. So like, maybe maybe you're a person that deals with like stress and anxiety on the normal. Maybe it's just something that you can't really resist, or you just can't help. Exercise is a great release for this. Okay, so exercise is one of the best ways for us to release energy that builds up from stress and worry. Also, to avoid making mistakes or having emotional outbursts. It's also releases endorphins that make us feel better. So, whenever you get those like text messages, and those messages from different people that kind of make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, those are like endorphins hitting your body. It's kind of like a shot of like adrenaline that hits you, and you feel all warm and fuzzy inside and exciting. That's endorphins, and kind of makes you feel all good, and feel really excited. So basically what it does is it helps calm your nerves. So exercise is a great release when you're dealing with stress and sickness, for sure. And so, like I said, the American Heart Association is definitely recommending 150 minutes of moderate physical activity. So they're not saying that you need to get out here and run a marathon. They're not saying that you need to get out here and try to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Ronnie Coleman, or any of these guys that are like big bodybuilder types. That's not what they're saying. They're saying to to get into some routine, or some form of exercise for 150 minutes a week. They're talking about some minimal routine of some sort of to get your heart rate raised up. Okay, so some sort of moderate physical activity. Like I said, that could be doing some sort of chore, running the vacuum around your house, doing making up beds. You can find all kind of different routines that's going to get your heart rate up. Maybe you got some sort of hobby outside. Maybe you like to get in the garden, do things like that. That's a great form of exercise. Any sort of moderate physical activity that's going to raise your heart rate. This is what they're referring to. They're not talking about something that's going to get you to the point that you feel like you're overexerting yourself, or just wearing yourself completely down, and feeling like that's what you need to be doing. You don't need to do that. They're saying 150 minutes of moderate physical activity. And so basically, this routine activity may help protect people who get COVID-19 from becoming seriously ill, meaning, basically, where it hits you, maybe you're immune compromised, and it hits you hard. That's what they're referring to. So I've noticed that if you've been in really good shape and COVID hits you, then it may not hit you as hard as a person that is in less shape physically. So someone that's in not as in great shape, maybe they don't exercise, maybe they eat a poor diet. Maybe they're already got some underlying issues, and COVID hits them. I think it's definitely going to hit their body definitely harder. So if you're already in good shape, and maybe you're going to the gym, maybe you've got an exercise routine, maybe you just work out on the daily, maybe you go for walks, maybe you're a runner, or maybe you're a jogger. I think you're definitely going to have better odds in surviving COVID-19 than someone that's definitely doesn't practice any sort of physical routine. Here's another common thing or common question about exercise with COVID-19. Basically, does exercise reduce the risk of severe COVID-19 outcomes? So, another potential benefit to getting the recommended amount of physical activity each week is people who exercise regularly and tested positive for COVID were less likely to experience more severe COVID 19 outcomes. Less likely. Okay, so people who are getting the recommended amount, 150 minutes, okay, on your time, your schedule, you figure it out during the week of what that's going to be, whether it's going to be, 20 to 30 minutes, or maybe you're trying to go ahead and get maybe in the first part of your week, you're trying to get an hour in, and then, the next day you're getting another 30 minutes in, and then the next day maybe another 45, and you just figure out what your 150 minutes is going to be. And this is just the bare minimum. They're saying just, this is like 150 is just the recommended. I mean, if you go over and above that, then that's fine. There's no cap on this at all. I mean, it's whatever you feel comfortable with. They're just saying the minimum amount a week that they're recommending is 150 minutes per week. But it says it right here. It says that people who exercise regularly and then tested positive for COVID-19, okay, which is SARS-CoV-2, were less likely to experience more severe COVID 19 outcomes, where you see a lot of patients that it really hits them hard. They really get really, really ill with it, get really sick. And unfortunately, they either end up in the hospital, they end up, in a respirator, things like that. Maybe they had some other underlying conditions and things like that cause factors. There's many different factors. I'm not saying it and complete that just because you exercise doesn't mean that COVID can't hit you hard, because it can. It can definitely hit anybody hard at any moment and end up causing you to be in the hospital or possibly on a respirator. But what I am saying is it's less likely. Statistics are showing that it's less likely to happen if you're in great physical shape and doing the recommended dosage of exercise. And I look at exercise like medicine. And the reason why I say that is, listen, I used to be on 3 blood pressure medications. 3. After I got my kidney transplant, I was down to 1, and now I'm not on any at all. As a matter of fact, right after my transplant, I stopped taking all blood pressure medications. You know what my daily blood pressure medication is now? Is my exercise routine. I exercise instead of taking medication for blood pressure. My sugars, I'm not there yet. I still take medication for my blood sugars, but I can tell you when I exercise, my blood sugars are excellent. And so people want to know, Jonathan Trailer, why do you exercise so much? Why are you always walking? Why do we always see videos of you walking? Why do we always see videos or pictures of you at the gym? The reason why is because I have formulated an exercise routine. And I'm not here to tell you what exactly it is, because it's nowhere near anything that I'm going to market or try or try to sell you. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm consistent with a exercise routine that works for me, and I'm able to utilize it to help with some of the ailments that I did have and do have, but I can control them by form and by way of exercise. So definitely, guys, listen. I'm trying to motivate you. I'm trying to inspire you. You're looking at a guy here at one time that was 350 pounds. My blood pressure was off the charts. My glucose was always creeping high up above like 200 and 300 all the time. Sometimes even in the 400s. Blood pressures were like 180 over 110, sometimes even higher. So you're looking at a guy that's now, very well controlled, A1C around 6, and my blood pressure is doing really well, usually in the 120s over 70s. When I come back from exercising, you're looking at around sometimes around 110 over the 68 mark, somewhere around there. And blood pressure stays there. I mean, it's just always staying there. It may raise just a little bit here and there, depending upon the mood and the way of the day. Stress can play a major factor with blood pressure. The foods and diet that we have, sodium plays a huge factor in blood pressure. So if you eat something with some salt in it, but what I have found is if you do eat something with salt in it or something with sugar and you go exercise, what happens is it helps reduce all of that. So it helps when you're sweating out the sodium. Your blood begins to circulate, and it definitely helps with the pancreas and producing some insulin and breaking down those sugars even more for you whenever you get your blood circulating and your heart rate elevated and some form of exercise. So it's a great way to help control your diabetes, which is the leading cause of kidney disease, and it's definitely a great way to control high blood pressure, which is the second leading cause of chronic kidney disease. And those two factors right now are major, and we've got to talk with people about controlling diabetes. We got to talk with people about hypertension. We've got to talk with people, with getting the word out about helping control your diabetes and blood pressure. Okay, and but definitely, guys, this video is about COVID, and I wanted to spread this with you. So, people who are definitely exercising, have some form of exercise routine and regimen that are out there. And that are getting in the 150 minutes per week of recommended dosage of minutes per week of exercise are definitely more likely to overcome COVID and less likely to experience COVID uh, symptoms or COVID side effects, and less likely to experience the COVID-19 outcomes. And the worst case scenario of COVID-19 is, of course, death. And so you definitely want to keep all that in mind. What can I do to keep my immune system strong during the COVID-19 pandemic? First of all, do not smoke. Okay, if you're a smoker, you need to try to figure out how to stop that today. There are different means and ways that you can contact your doctor. There's different types of alternative health methods and things like that that you can do to try to reach out and find resources on try to how to learn how to stop smoking. Eat a diet in high fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Okay, and we've talked about this in our last video about how eating a good, healthy diet can definitely help you fight COVID. Okay, also take a multivitamin if you suspect that you're not getting all the nutrients that you need through your diet, and multivitamins can be good. If you're a kidney patient, make sure that it's a renal safe diet, okay, or multivitamin. You definitely need to be following a renal safe diet as well, especially when you're eating fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. But you need to definitely follow the guidelines and speak with your team about multivitamins. Okay, there's certain ones out there that are actually not safe for renal patients, so you want to make sure that you're taking a renal safe multivitamin. I actually take a renal vitamin through a company. It's actually called Renaplex, and it's a Renaplex D is what I'm taking. I'm not sure about the company that it comes from, but it's a Renalplex D vitamin. But before you ever take any sort of vitamin, I suggest that you definitely reach out to your team about that before you ever implement any kind of exercise routine, diet plan, or taking a multivitamin. You definitely need to be in contact with your team. But the next one, guys, is, and this again, these are how can I keep my immune system strong during the COVID-19 pandemic? Exercise regularly. Also, underneath that is maintain a healthy weight. Okay. So, exercise regularly, maintain a healthy weight. And also, it says underneath there, control your stress level. We've already talked about all these things before. That exercise is a great release and a great way for you to control your stress level. Also, it's a great way for you to maintain a healthy weight. So, all of these things can be achieved controlling your stress level, controlling your anxiety, depression, mental health aspects, controlling your blood sugars, controlling your blood pressure. Also, you're least likely to to basically experience the great side effects from COVID-19 if you're in great physical shape. And the American Heart Association is saying here that the recommended dosage is 150 minutes per week. Listen, guys, in no way, shape, or form is this a diagnosis. In no way, shape, or form am I a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm just sharing my story. And also, guys, listen. If you're wondering about how I implemented exercise during my time with battling COVID, around the third day, I forced myself to get up off of the couch and go for a walk. And I thought I was only going to get in maybe a half a mile. I ended up doing 2 miles. And in that 2 miles, I felt amazing. I felt like I got blood circulation. I felt like I got oxygen in my lungs, and I felt amazing. And then from there, it seemed like I got better and better with my COVID, with the Omicron virus, and it was a great way for me to begin to just get the blood circulating and just feeling a lot better. And we talked about it just a second ago about boosting the immune system. Exercise regularly, so boosting the immune system, and that's what you want. You want that immune system to be good. And if you're a transplant patient, most definitely you've got to do some things. You're already taking immune suppressants, so your body doesn't attack the new organ that's in your body. So you already should have some form of exercise going on, because that's going to help aid with battling a virus like COVID-19. Guys, listen, I really appreciate you tuning into this video. I hope it's been informative to you. If you want to know about where I'm getting my resources from, where I'm getting my information from, I'm just Google searching things, and I'm sharing this with you. And so, again, this is no way, shape, or form, guys. This is no way, shape, or form is this a diagnosis, okay? So definitely reach out to your team, okay? Like I said, guys, I am not a doctor. I am just a kidney transplant recipient who is sharing his story. So remember, always, guys, listen right here. Please refer to your team. This is not a diagnosis in no shape or form. Listen, guys, I hope you guys are motivated to get out there and start some form of exercise routine. This is something that I didn't implement into my earlier years that I wish I would have. I wish the 20-year-old Jonathan would have been as passionate as the 44-year-old Jonathan. But unfortunately, you can't go back in time. So all I can do is work on the now and the ever present. And it is definitely ever present, because it's right now. And so I can't fix the past, but I can do something about my future and the ever present. And that's what I'm trying to do. I hope I've inspired you to want to try to implement some form of exercise 150 minutes per week. You're talking about maybe 25 minutes a day, somewhere in that range, 25, 30 minutes a day. Get that heart rate up, get outside. light jog or a walk, or maybe working in the garden, or maybe you're going to mow your grass. Maybe you're going to get out and play with the kids. Maybe you're going to go to the park. I'm just trying to give you examples. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can get some form of moderate exercise. Listen, living a sedentary lifestyle where you're always just sitting around is not healthy for you. So get up today, guys. Listen, if and I was one of these guys that always said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start on Monday. Don't start on Mondays because Mondays never seem to come. It always gets pushed off, and there's always next Monday and the next Monday. Listen, guys, start today. Start right now. Tomorrow is not promised to us, so you gotta think about starting right now. And if you're healthy enough and you're willing and able, you got to fix your mindset and get a mindset that I'm willing and I'm able. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna do it today. And you're looking at a guy that should not be here, but I really truly believe that I'm here for a purpose. So I'm just trying to share you guys a message of hope and inspiration. Get out there, start exercising today. 150 minutes per week, guys. That's all you need. Get out there, get going. Guys, again, appreciate all the support. God bless you guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to us. Support us right here, sharing stories of hope. Go back through our YouTube channel. Check out what we're doing, some of the interviews that we've done. We've done some great interviews, some awesome interviews, some kidney warriors that are in need of kidney donors, kidney warriors that are thriving with kidney transplants. We got kidney warriors that are thriving on dialysis. So many different interviews that we've done with some incredible people, incredible patients. I say kidney warriors, kidney fighters. Some amazing guests on our show. Go back, such a source of inspiration. Check out our website as well, hopewithjonathan.com. Right above us, hopewithjonathan.com. And go check it out, guys. You can actually watch some of our videos over there that we feature. You can actually listen to our podcast. You can support us by purchasing merch over there. If you feel led and you want to be a partner, you can definitely reach out to us at hopehost77@gmail.com. I have so many different ways that you can get involved with us. If you possibly are interested in being interviewed, maybe you want to feature your story, contact us. We'll definitely try to get you on schedule. We would love to share your warrior story right here on Hope with Jonathan. We also send out occasionally a newsletter, basically highlighting different interviews that we've done and spotlighting different guests that we've had right here on Hope with Jonathan. So we don't share your information with anyone. We keep it safe right with us, and we definitely just send you a quick email. We usually send them out usually on Fridays. So again, guys, if you're not already a donor with Donate Life, definitely go over and sign up to be. You can do it right from your cell phone, donatelife.net. So if you're maybe you just recently diagnosed, or maybe you're battling kidney disease, maybe you're already on dialysis and you're looking for some form of support while you're looking for a kidney donor, please check us out at kidneysolutions.org. Okay, it's a source of support for kidney patients located right here in Kerrville, Texas. Okay, we're located right here in Texas, and what we do is we feature kidney warriors on our website. We have support groups. They send out flyers to patients to help them look for a donor. In no way, shape, or form are we donor searchers, but what we do is we show you how to advocate for yourself, and we are a source of support for patients. So definitely reach out to kidneysolutions.org. You can call them at 830 285 2140. Ask for Kent. Definitely go check out another great source for kidney warriors. It's a great source for kidney information at kidneyconversations.info. And hey, guys, listen, drop a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know, what you're thinking about our videos and what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan. We would much appreciate any feedback at all. And drop a comment. Let your voice be heard. Let us know you're here. Ask questions, whatever you would like to say. We would really appreciate it. Again, guys, remember always to check with your team before you implement any changes at all, take any medication. Nothing about this broadcast is a prescription or advice or medical advice whatsoever. Just stating the facts that are already out there online. All this information is free and obtainable right on Google. You can Google search pretty much anything nowadays. So you can check out the facts right there on Google. So we really, really appreciate all your support for Hope with Jonathan. I hope you guys find this video informative, and I hope you guys are doing well. You guys stay safe out there. Most of all, guys, spread love to everyone and take care of your kidneys. God bless. And the answer to the question is yes, exercise can definitely help fight COVID-19. God bless. This is Jonathan.
Jonathan is created as an informational, educational, and entertainment show. Hope with Jonathan hosts, guests, partners provide information on the basis of research and personal experiences, and is not to be taken as or implied as diagnosis of any disease or treatment. Hope with Jonathan, its host and guests and partners, recommend and encourage you to speak to your medical team before implementing any treatment or diagnosis found on this show or any product, service associated to Hope with Jonathan.